one of my biggest issues with the British mental health system is the fact that nobody listens to you. Indeed, everything is just cast as delusion. Nobody takes any interest in the content of your thoughts. They just dismiss them. Indeed, they also, everybody involved in the mental health care profession thinks they know better than you about your condition, which really annoys me. Indeed, also, you cannot cure mental illness. There is no cure for the human condition. Indeed, it's best to simply attempt to deal with it yourself and not be obliged to take the medication that the psychiatric system and Big Pharma peddle to you. Indeed, it's always good to have some sane people around you, but the mental health system does not work. Indeed, I'm getting very irritated by the staff in the mental health supported accommodation that I'm living in. Indeed, they seem to think they understand my condition better than I do, which is ridiculous thinking. Indeed, yeah, they also are obsessed with my sleep pattern, and they're getting quite militant and angry about my sleep pattern. Indeed, I don't like sleeping. I feel like I'm wasting time if I sleep. And also, I have terrible nightmares. And I'm also pretty sure that whoever's running the technology on me, that's the same group of people operating the beams, whoever's doing that is sexually stimulating me in my sleep. So it's sleep isn't something that I really want to engage in. Indeed, I know I have to sleep for a certain amount of time, but otherwise I'll be completely psychotic and I'll be completely useless. But generally, I dread having to go to sleep, and I'm very pleased when I wake up. So that's just the situation. Indeed, the so-called mental health care staff in this place are just beginning to seriously aggravate me, and I'm worried I'm going to snap at them. But I guess we'll see what happens. Indeed, I've been thinking more about the psychiatric system, and I was reading a statistic that in California, between 1971 and 1973, 74 people were killed by mental patients that had recently been released from hospital. Indeed, this all took place at a time when there were a lot of MK Ultra experiments and behavior modification programs going on in the mental hospitals there. And indeed, Herb Mullin, Ed Kemper, John Frazier, and Richard Chase were all inmates of psychiatric hospitals before they began their so-called serial killer phases. So this feeds into the theory that I've been talking about at length recently about the serial killer phenomenon being a creation of the intelligence services. Indeed, the serial killings actually blamed on these specific serial killers. The majority of these killings were not carried out by the so-called serial killers. Indeed, the serial killers are simply patsies covering up for a network of Masonic lodges and psychopaths within Masonic lodges that were committing slayings, many of which were ritual, and these were blamed on these networks of patsies. And indeed, as I further explained, the maniacs in the Soviet Union and later the Russian Federation were all creations of the state intelligence structure. Indeed, the majority of them were also patsies. So it all links up. Indeed, I've been thinking more and more about the fate of Russia. Indeed, I keep seeing these news bulletins of Vlad Putin threatening the West with destruction, but the Russian Federation cannot fight the West. Indeed, the technologies possessed by the Western powers are far more advanced than those of the Russian Federation, despite the Russian Federation possessing a stockpile of very dirty weapons. But these are kind of endgame scenario weapons because they know that they cannot fight the overwhelming force of the Western countries. Indeed, that plays into what I was saying about certain myths being ascribed by the Masonic cryptocracy, and the main one being that Russia is a threat to the West. Indeed, this is a myth. Russian power is a myth, and I've explained that in several videos previously. Indeed, that returns me to the topic of the faith of Ishmael. Indeed, as I was stating in several previous videos, I do not believe that the faith of Ishmael is a coherent threat to the West. Indeed, they are a severe danger to the more vulnerable elements of society. And this mass rape of young British girls is all part of a Masonic agenda. Indeed, it serves a specific Masonic ritual function, the details of which are a bit hazy. Indeed, I try not to go too deep into Masonic hocus pocus, so I'm going to leave that to other researchers. Indeed, all of this is a coordinated intelligence operation. The intelligence services want the mass rape of young British girls to happen, as it serves a purpose in their occult agenda, which is also relative to profit, as the intelligence services and the UK police are making an enormous profit on the existence of this rape gang phenomenon in the United Kingdom. Indeed, I'm not going to explain any more about in this video. There are several other videos on this channel that have that information in, but I'm kind of going around in circles a bit in the videos at the moment, but I don't mind that. Indeed, I like to deal more with the situation that I'm in as a schizophrenic man. And indeed, it seems like the entire mental health care profession wants to condition me. Indeed, this is due to saneism within the mental health care profession, which is itself directly linked to the fact that the mental health care profession is a Masonic entity. Indeed, the eugenics movements were of Masonic origin, as was the mental hygiene movement, Thomas W. Salmon. Indeed, the mental hygiene movement was an offshoot of the eugenics idea, and all of these philosophies are firmly rooted in the philosophies of the Masonic elite, who are basically implementing their technocratic surveillance dream on the United Kingdom. Indeed, there is no difference really between the system of the intelligence services and the police structure in the United Kingdom in 2025. There's no difference between this and the power structures of the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. There are subtle differences, but the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany were basically blueprints for the system that the cryptocracy wished to eventually erect in the Western countries. Indeed, I've also surmised that the Chinese system was a laboratory coordinated by the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst. It was and is a societal laboratory for the kind of digital surveillance system and technocracy that the cryptocracy wishes to introduce in the Western countries. Indeed, once again, as happened in several other videos, I am being beamed at, and I believe it's either through my screen or through my camera, and it's making my head very disorientated. Indeed, this is the kind of weapons that the British cryptocracy possess, indeed. And they're utilizing these weapons on a paranoid schizophrenic man, which says a lot about the intelligence services of this country and the police structure of this country. Indeed, they will target the most vulnerable individuals. This is the Masonic ideology. They believe in social Darwinism, and I'm pretty sure they also believe that I basically do not have the right to live, and that I am just a useless eater. Indeed, I'm expecting a big event to occur in the coming years regarding the fate of the paranoid schizophrenic population of the United Kingdom. It seems that the psychiatric system and the cryptocracy may be planning some sort of endgame scenario for the paranoid schizophrenic population. Indeed, whether that takes the form of outright extermination in the vein of the T4 program in Nazi Germany, an echo of that, or paranoid schizophrenics will simply be implanted with a microchip of very recent technology, whereby all of the thought passageways of the schizophrenic neurosis will be blocked off. Indeed, I am nothing without the way I think. Indeed, I'm very grateful to be a paranoid schizophrenic. Indeed, I believe that it is cosmic, that it is not simply chemical imbalances or anything like that. I believe that schizophrenia is cosmic. Indeed, schizophrenics are chosen for some reason by the cosmos, and the schizophrenia gene is codified in our DNA. Indeed, I don't believe schizophrenia is necessarily 100% hereditary, as it does seem to often be in the bloodline, but it skips several generations at a time. So it's not a guarantee that if you're a schizophrenic and you procreate, that your offspring will be schizophrenic. So it's very interesting. I believe that schizophrenics are chosen in a cosmic fashion, and I believe that the Freemasons are completely aware of the fact that schizophrenics are chosen in a cosmic fashion. Indeed, much of the MK Ultra, Mindgate, and Project Sturm programs were geared towards the inducement of schizophrenic symptoms, which were part of an experiment by the cryptocracy to see if they could utilize this induced schizophrenia for their intelligence operations, indeed, because they know that schizophrenics can make the best intelligence operatives. The cryptocracy knows this. The cryptocracy knows that the schizophrenics think in ways that the majority of the population simply cannot grasp, and therefore schizophrenics would be highly valued as intelligence assets, agents, operatives, and spies. Indeed, the serial killers that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and various other serial killers in the United States, United Kingdom, and the maniacs in the Soviet Union, were not naturally inclined to, for instance, necrophilia and cannibalism. Indeed, necrophilia and cannibalism are the domains of the Masons. Those are Masonic traits. Those are activities carried out by Freemasons. However, these serial killers supposedly carried out some of these abominations, and this is because they were induced to do so. If they did it at all, it may just be media hype, but they were induced to do so by the behavioral modification conditioning and the mind control experimentation that they underwent in psychiatric facilities before they began their serial killer phases. Indeed, that seems to be the crux of it. Indeed, the inclinations towards cannibalism, necrophilia, and the rape and torture of innocents is a Masonic trait. Indeed, that's basically all the Masons do. Indeed, they conduct their lives and their business and make their money, but their real fixation is their rituals and their urges. And this is represented in the UK police, as the UK police are a Masonic institution. The entire police system is a Masonic system. And I believe that even the lowest level street police in the United Kingdom engage in rituals, and the lowest level street police in the United Kingdom are involved in the mass rape of young British girls. For starters, indeed, I believe they're involved in many other nefarious activities which reflect the Masonic lineage of the UK police. Indeed, the Masonic motto is Ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. And indeed, it seems the UK police and the British intelligence services are trying to create as much chaos as possible in the United Kingdom, a chaos that is going to go hand in hand with a surveillance technocratic state. Indeed, the surveillance technocratic state will be in existence, but the streets will be chaotic. Indeed, the lower class neighborhoods of the United Kingdom will be run by organized crime clans that themselves pay tribute to the police structure and the cryptocracy, and lower level municipal authorities, councils, and local governments will basically be incredibly corrupt, as they already are now, and they will be in league with the organized crime elements. And the rich neighborhoods will be heavily policed, and there will be a lot of private security firms operating, so the problems that will be affecting the lower class neighborhoods will not be existent in the richer areas. So all the conflicts of the rich will be amongst themselves. Indeed, as I stated, the Masons are divided into numerous warring factions, and this shall be ongoing. Like, the British intelligence services are factional and all fighting against each other. But it's interesting that they all seem to come together in a war against the population. This is the nature of cryptocracy. Indeed, this is ruled by secrecy. And these networks, as I've stated, are all Masonic and syndicist, i.e., they believe in rule by secret societies. And secret societies themselves operate as intelligence agencies and intelligence networks. Indeed, the Masonic Lodge system in the United Kingdom is basically a tarantula-like organization which weaves its vile web into every aspect of the life of a British subject. And indeed, as a paranoid schizophrenic man, it's very interesting for me that people do not see this. Indeed, I think it's a time that people really started to understand the truth about their own government, their own police force, and their own cryptocracy. Indeed, I would like to start with massive exposure of the UK police system. However, I'm worried that that may feed into the agenda that the cryptocracy wish to roll out in the United Kingdom. Indeed, if I dent the police structure, then the police structure will simply be superseded by private security companies and private security firms and contractors. And indeed, the police are going to lose control over the population with the coming tumults anyway. So private security firms are going to step into that void. And the private security firms contain many die-hard ex-mercenaries and soldiers of fortune and intelligence operatives of various nation states. So it's going to become even more difficult, I believe, to, for instance, things such as simple as making these videos, it is going to become even more difficult. And indeed, with the technologies that the private security firms are going to possess, there's going to be a lot more instances of microwave weaponry being used on the population. Indeed, I believe that what is going on with me in terms of the microwave abuse is only the beginning. And if they are prepared to literally outright torture a paranoid schizophrenic, then the British intelligence services and the British police will do anything to anyone to maintain their power. And that's what a lot of this boils down to, is the maintenance of power by the cryptocratic elite and their police lackeys. And even the street police are becoming more and more defensive and more despicable in their actions towards the population. They know that people are beginning to wake up to what they are. And indeed, they are nothing but Masonic filth. And they operate as a cartel. They are effectively a massive gang. And they operate against the population of the United Kingdom. They don't work or serve to protect the population of the United Kingdom. They serve to protect themselves and the monarchy and the cryptocracy and the aristocracy. These networks are all aligned to protect their power. Indeed, that's all simply defense of the realm means. It has nothing to do with protecting the population of the United Kingdom. Defense of the realm means protecting the monarchy, the aristocracy, the cryptocracy, and the police. So the intelligence services and the police have absolutely no interest in the safety and the protection of the people in the United Kingdom. They are literally working for their own groups, which are themselves Masonic lodges. So the Masonic lodges are looking after themselves. They're even trying to breed through the Royal Genome Project. They're attempting to breed a whole new aristocracy that will be grafted onto the existing UK aristocracy because of the birth defects, etc., that the aristocracy are beginning to suffer due to ongoing inbreeding. The intelligence services began the Royal Arch Genome Project, whereby women with certain genetic markers were chosen, put under mind control, then impregnated by intelligence operatives of aristocratic backgrounds, and the mind-controlled sex slaves were then force aborted, and their fertilized eggs, i.e. zygotes, were then put into laboratories as part of the Royal Arch Genome Project. So there is basically an underground laboratory breeding program going on in the United Kingdom, and this is all part of the agenda of the cryptocratic elite via Masonic Lodge networks. And I'm not entirely sure where this is leading. Indeed, the British royal family are some of the most disgusting people to have ever walked the face of the earth. And they are basically Masonic sadists and are involved in all sorts of torture, rape, mutilation, cannibalism, necrophilia, everything you can possibly imagine that these people do, they do it. So it's all a rather sad state of affairs, but I'm going to leave it there now.